Hey guys, Kyle, the Death Knight of Anime here, bringing you my review for Eden Zero Chapter 51. So, jumping right into it, the chapter this week didn't give us a whole lot of progression, other than letting us know a lot more about how the whole world of Sun Jewel works, including its very screwed up legal system, as and how exactly what the power source of the planet is, and getting back to that screwed up legal system. It's obviously one of those times where the screwed up factor of the legal system is being built up so that at the point where the Scarlet Woman is taken out, then probably so will all her very harsh policies and her and pretty much so will pretty much all of her very harsh policies and her and the legal and how the system in Sun Jewel will work is probably going to be formed into a little bit of a democracy or something like that, probably. And yeah, actually, I'm going to go a little longer on that on that screwed up legal system, because seriously, does not even the whole idea of the Good Samaritan laws apply in this case? Because saying Shiki and Homura were accomplices is the biggest amount of shitty fuck dumbassery I've ever seen in my life. Then again, or at least it's definitely up there with basically top 5 moments of absolute anime dumbassery. Like, seriously, what? They actually helped you catch the criminals, and you're treating them as such. What? What fucking sense does that make? I don't get it. I really do not get it. Even in, I mean, I guess in some, like, I guess it's I guess the way you could square it is that it's to push forward to push the government system on Sun Jewel as of right now is kind of closer to a little bit of basically a pretty much totalitarian government or something like that. But I mean, if it's something close to that, I guess it's to be expected. But at the same time, it's like, really. He helped you, again, I'm going to say it again, he helped you catch, both Homura and Shiki helped you catch the fucking criminals, assholes, and you're going to treat them like ones? Like, I pretty much hate to, I pretty much hate to bring, I pretty much hate to, I pretty much hate to quote one of my favorite YouTubers, one of my favorite YouTubers. It was Linkara, who's Linkara, but yeah, I think just that little beginning part alone with Shiki and Homura being treated as criminals, I think that caused me to break something in my thinking thingy. Like, yeah, I know I'm stealing from Linkara with that, but yeah, the sense of that just broke my thinking thingy. Yeah, it's. Although, having said that, though, whatever I feel about how fucked up the system is, I do actually have to give Mashima credit. I'm actually kind of impressed that I actually kind of have to give him credit that I'm impressed. He's basically actually choosing to he's choosing to tackle stuff like this, like with he's actually choosing to tackle stuff like this, like with Mashima. He's, of course, obviously Mashima is definitely one of the more hit and miss, but I don't remember like Mashima ever tackling something like this in his previous series Fairy Tail, unless he might have tackled it in Rave Master. I don't know. I'm not very far ahead, but yeah, I'm actually kind of impressed that Mashima is going this far and tackling something like pretty much like something of basically a government that has of basically a pretty much totalitarian or dictatorship type government. Like, I'm impressed he's tackling something this heavy, even though he's probably not gonna go like deep heavy on us. Now, in this chapter, as we say that Now in this chapter, as said, pretty much Shiki and Homura were basically assigned to pretty much, it was they weren't killed, but they were sentenced to, it was pretty much, they had a hard labor sentence applied to them for, again, stopping the burglars. I'm not gonna go anymore, but that just still pisses me off. But yeah, for basically doing what they did, the punishment that Shiki and Homer were given was basically hard labor in order to mine stones, which are the power source of the planet. And first off, I think it's definitely this is definitely a bit of an interesting aspect where Mashima's usual overpowered character trope could actually come in handy, because I think with the reveal in this chapter that the source of the stones are basically pretty much come from bugs. I think you actually have a little more leeway with in order to use the overpowered trope and in order for and basically have Mashima and have Shiki and Homer just kind of plow through these bugs. Like, I think it's I think with this setup, I think what we're going to see is we are going to see a lot of times where Homura and Shiki aren't even going to break a sweat in dealing with these bugs. And in some ways, I think this is kind of I think this is definitely a very good use of Mashima's overpowered trope. I think, because it's bugs. The stones come from bugs and are just like a bug, and there's only so little you can pretty much do with a bug when it comes to strength. So yeah, and I think in a lot of ways the whole bug thing, the whole stones being bugs thing, it does work if Mashima chooses to, in order to use his overpowered trope with this. Now, in terms of the stones being the power source of the planet itself, I think this is in some way confirmation that the Scarlet Woman's satellite weapon is not only drawing power from pretty much the stones, but I think what the satellite cannon is doing, or satellite weapon is doing, is that it's also probably drawing power from pretty much the planet itself. Like the planet, it's like if the power source of the planet is if the power source of the planet itself relies on these stones, then it's possible that the satellite cannon is draining power from pretty much the entire planet. And if that is the case, then what the Scarlet Woman is doing is dangerous. What she's doing is potentially pretty much draining the planet dry. And who knows what's going to happen if the power source of the planet just kind of just depletes itself. Like, that's kind of scary in itself. And Homura, don't count your chickens before they hatch, because I have a feeling you'll probably be meeting Valkyrie very soon. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised at this point if Valkyrie is not only in this mine, because looking back on the previous chapter where she was unofficially introduced, the background terrain that she was in, it does look very similar to the whole terrain of the mine. But so yeah, I think Valkyrie is not only in this mine, but I think how Valkyrie probably ended up there is that when Valkyrie first arrived on the planet, I think she probably kept a very low profile. But I think the more time that Valkyrie spent on the planet and the more she learned about what was going on, I think Valkyrie willingly did something willingly in order to get sent to the mines, and actually has a plan of some kind in order to use the stones against the Scarlet Woman. Because if the stones can be weaponized, then obviously there's probably a way in order to use them in a reverse way as well. And in general, if Valkyrie just kind of willingly ended up getting sent to the mine and is building like a rebellion from all the miners, then like it just makes sense because as Homura said, just Valkyrie has a very strong sense of justice. So it makes sense that Valkyrie is just trying to is trying to right the wrongs of what's going on this planet. And yeah. Also, this is something I wasn't expecting, but I was kind of expecting, but also not expecting. But apparently, we basically got to meet we got to meet who's basically like pretty much the Gajiel of Eden Zero in this chapter, or in this case, his name is Whip Punisher Garrett. And going off that name, why do I think he's going to be one of those characters who gets his jolly off of whipping people? And it's going to be portrayed in a very comedic light. Like I'm just kind of like his expression wasn't shown when we show him whipping that guy, but I get this feeling that I get this feeling if right now if he's going to be one of those guys like yeah, I get the feel I get the feeling um I get the feeling he's going to be one of those people who's like he's one of those people who's he's going to be one of those people who when we actually see him whipping people, like his expression of whipping people, it's going to be portrayed in a very comedic light. Like we're going to see him with a goofy ass face whipping people, I think, at that point. And I don't know, I just get the feeling I just get that feeling right now that he's going to be a very comedically like sadistic person almost. Also, appearance-wise, like I said, there's a lot about him that reminds me of Gajiel, but there's also a very slight hint of Rogue in there as well. But everything else aside, yeah, Shiki's gonna get himself in more trouble, which it's Shiki, so obviously it's gonna happen. But in this particular case, I can see it having an effect on Valkyrie's plans. So yeah. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I got for this review. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Crunchyroll. Death Knight of Anime, signing off. Later, guys.